หนึ่งในข่าวใหญ่แห่งปีของวงการการศึกษานานาชาตินะคะคือการเปิดตัวของ SPGS International School Bangkok นะคะที่จะเปิดตัวในช่วงออกัส 2026 นี้ค่ะและมาพบกับมิสเตอร์ Leigh O'Hara Founding Headmaster ของโรงเรียนกันค่ะ
Good morning.
Thank you for having me here today.
You're very welcome.
All right, for the families who are interested in SPGS Bangkok, can you tell us more about the curriculum here at the school?
Yes, we have an English national curriculum, so from the early years, pre-nursery through the early years foundation stage, then we move on to the Key Stage 1, 2, 3, and we do IGCSE when they get to years 10 and 11, but we also do St Paul's own self-directed courses, which are really important to us because they're only offered in London and we're the first school anywhere in the world to offer them. And then we're doing the IB diploma programme in the sixth form. We believe the IB is absolutely the right qualification to prepare young people for the future and gives them lots more choices as they're internationally mobile people wanting to study all over the world. So we think that's really important. For us, what's most important is how we teach. The curriculum is underneath that as a foundation, but how we teach is really important.
And so this coming August 2026, you're going to have a first group of students here. Can you show us the early years curriculum?
So I'd love to take you over and show you our wonderful early years space now.
Okay, let's see.
So welcome to the Early Childhood Centre. Here we'll have pre-nursery through to year 2, but of course next year we are opening up to year 6, so year 3 to 6 will be over in the big building there, the junior school, which has its own special entrance at the end. And eventually of course the senior school will come in 2027 and we'll start filling that building up.
And can you explain to us more about the early years curriculum here?
Yes, the early years foundation stage is all about learning inside and outside. It's about learning through play, purposeful play, but it's also about the young people leading their learning. So if somebody sees something, a child sees something they're fascinated by, they might pick it up, they might explore it. The teacher will notice and ask them questions like, why do you like that? And then that leads on some more learning and some more comments. And then they might move somewhere else and think, oh, I might go out there and use that. So it's very much based on what they want to do because their minds are so open at that age. They're really growing and discovering, and that's how they learn best. We also have a lot of specialist teaching right from nursery. So we have specialist subject experts also coming into the classroom to lead even deeper learning with young people. So that's really the foundation stage is about. And of course they learn literacy and numeracy and all of those things, but it's all done through this very flexible, child-centered approach.
So we can say that the facilities here are purposefully built for young children, right?
Absolutely. The school is full of different zones for learning. So here we're in an undercover area, there's a sand pit there, there's these wonderful bumps which are really important developmentally. And everything here is done with consultants and designers, including St Paul's in London. And also we have a junior school advisor, so we have lots of people looking at the safety of our facilities as well as how they're used educationally. And if you look here, you have this wonderful splash pool. We know how important it is swimming, and so even the youngest children have a chance to go into the water safely before they get older and go into our huge swimming pool in the big building over the way.
It's actually designed for their size.
Absolutely, yeah, it's very shallow. It's got lovely changing rooms, separate changing rooms for boys and girls as well at the side, so they can really enjoy safely getting into the water when they're very small. Before we go and look at the classrooms, let me show you the dining hall.
Sure.
Food is really important to us, just as it is to St Paul's in London, so we're putting a lot of effort into having the best food in Bangkok. Pre-nursery and nursery will eat in their classrooms, but reception, year 1, year 2 will eat in this beautiful room. And so we're really going to have control of our chefs for the school. We've even had the executive chef at the Four Seasons come in to look at how we do our food. And so this is the place that the young people in the Early Childhood Centre will really enjoy fantastic lunch.
So wow, I can see that the classroom is really well designed for the kids with all the lights.
Yes, it's beautiful, the light. All our rooms are full of light, and you can also feel the wonderful fresh air in here as well. At the moment we've got some of our equipment here which will be used for learning. We've really taken it very seriously to replicate what happens in London with a main feeder to St Paul's. Our primary advisor has worked there for many years as head, and so a lot of what we're doing here is trying to prepare the students for that St Paul's education as they grow older. So you'll see here, I've talked before about the provocations, about things that inspire young people to play and to learn. And the other part of that for us, and the investment we make in the education here, is a number of adults in the room. And so in the pre-nursery and nursery class, there'll be 16 children maximum, and there'll be 4 adults in the room, including nanny, assistant teacher and a teacher. And that way it really ensures that there's an enormous amount of attention paid to every child, with 4 children to 1 adult. In reception there will be 18 children, so a very similar ratio. That way the children are always being watched, always being nurtured, always having their questions answered, always being led through their learning, and we think that's a really important way that we're investing in the best possible education for the early years.
Right. And talking about the one of the questions that parents always concern is about when there's high PM 2.5 with a high AQI, how will the school deal with that? How will you work with the kids?
Again, it's something we've designed in. It's something we thought about before. So here, as well as the beautiful air conditioning and air filtering you can feel in this room, we have special spaces that are flexible. We have a multi-purpose room, the dining room, which can be used for outdoor type activities when the AQI is high. We have a movement studio as well, and some of our classrooms are going to be flexible spaces so that young people can still continue to learn, not be trapped in their classroom when the PM 2.5 is high. So let me show you through into another classroom. I would just say one thing to note is we have bathrooms between the 2 rooms so that children can stay in the classroom safely, in the fresh air. And St Paul's asked us to put these connecting doors in as well, so that children can work together with children in other classrooms. So let me show you what's through here.
The school is ranked number 1 in the UK by the Sunday Times.
Yes, and it's been ranked number 1 for academic excellence for 13 out of the past 14 years. The crucial thing to understand though is that's not just about academic results, although we do have the best in the UK. Some of the figures that show you quite what we achieve, and nearly 100% of our students in London have IGCSE results of A star or A. The crucial thing is that for us this is the result of a truly holistic education, and also by well-being and by giving students a chance to have a voice. And it's that relationship between students and teachers that's really critical in this. In my 11 years there, that was something I particularly felt, is that it's not a big distance between the adults and the young people, but they really do talk sometimes almost as equals. That way young people grow in confidence, and when they go for a university interview or a job interview, they have something special about them, a spark which is sometimes missing. So I think that's part of the secret, and we're bringing that here, absolutely. We're really bringing that same approach. Everything we do here is the same approach as London. So students who come in with that same attitude as the students in London will go through with that exact same experience. So I wanted just to show you this wall because it's very important to me. This at St Paul's we really value character development of young people. So it's not just about academic development and knowledge and skills, but we're creating young people, and they're all individuals, and this gives you a sense of their journey really from in the youngest ages they're inquisitive storytellers, becoming more curious, creative, and then as they get older, you know, to solving problems and ultimately a leader. So we're really creating people, you know, young adults ready for the future of the world, and that's very important to us.
Last question today before we go. If you can describe SPGS Bangkok in one sentence, what would it be?
It's very difficult to describe such an amazing experience in one sentence, and it's hard not to go back to our vision, which is an education rich in meaning and possibility. For me, that really does sum up what we're trying to do here. Education in its true sense, its broader sense, broad and deep, and then possibility, because anything is possible for every individual student.
Thank you so much for your time today. We have learned a lot.
Thank you. It's been wonderful to have you here, and I always love talking about this amazing school, so thank you so much.
Thank you ถ้าหากคุณพ่อคุณแม่คนไหนนะคะสนใจให้น้องๆร่วมเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของ SPGS International School Bangkok นะคะก็สามารถติดต่อได้ที่เบอร์โทรและเว็บไซต์ด้านล่างสามารถนัดเข้ามาเยี่ยมชมโรงเรียนได้เลยค่ะ